Jonesy, 3-0 loss in the end. Not a result, but I think definitely, from large portions of the game, performance was definitely there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a night and day really from where we have been the last few weeks. We played really well in parts. We can say the quality in the final third isn't where we want it to be, but we need to work with that sort of intensity and effort for 90 minutes just to give us a solid foundation to then grow into the game and get a little bit of confidence. But really pleased, and it sounds daft, doesn't it, when you lose 3-0, but really pleased with the players. They committed to what we asked them to do in the main. In the 3 moments where we didn't quite get it right, we were punished, and that's why Vauxhall are up around the top of the league, because they're clinical in those moments. So really happy with how the group have gone over the last week or so. Really happy with that level of intensity out of possession, and we just need to do a little bit of work on where we are in the attacking third and creating a few more chances for our forward players. And on the whole, you walk away saying proud of you, well done. Supporters were great. There's a nice crowd here tonight. We're really aware of and grateful for. I have to say a massive well done to our young goalkeeper who came in when James Rice injured himself 15 minutes before the game, and Ben Wilkinson was excellent today and did really, really well, made 2 or 3 really good saves, and we're really grateful for how he reacted, and it shows that he's got hopefully a good future with the club.
Yeah, I think you can see, especially in that first 20 to 25 minutes, our press was immaculate. We really harried them. They struggled with that press. That 5 at the back got us up the pitch. Second half, the energy did drop a little bit. What do you reckon the reasons were behind that?
Well, I changed the system, when I made most of the substitutions, really just because of the players that were coming on, and I didn't really feel like we had the players to play in that way. So we changed the system a little bit, which maybe meant we didn't have as many players high up the pitch to press the ball. But we're in this place where we need something to turn for us, and we're not quite getting it, and you can act like victims, or you can kind of keep believing and keep going, and but that is fragile. So when things aren't quite going your way, when the referee decisions aren't ever going your way, and that happens game after game after game, the players can lose a little bit of energy, and that's where the supporters are really important then, and where each other's really important to keep that energy going and keep that belief and keep that hope going, because they've got more than enough to do really well in this league, and we're seeing an improvement certainly off the back of that first 60 minutes, and when you make 5 changes in the second half and you're 2-0 down, and that's why the energy levels dropped. But, we need to go for 90 minutes, 94 minutes like we did for the first half of football, and the first 15 minutes of the second half, and that second goal kind of, when you're in that slump and you go 2-0 down against the league leaders, you can see the body language in the players for 5 or 10 minutes just drop a little bit, and we need to keep believing in those moments and keep looking after each other a little bit more and keep being brave, and we maybe stopped being as brave as we were in the first half once we went 2-0 down.
Is it sort of encouraging for you to see signs that they're buying into what you and your coaching staff want to do, especially like you said in that first half, and that they can bring that into more games? Because obviously they're learning as they're going. You're bringing new faces, like Owen played really well at wing back today. He was really fit, energetic. Is that really encouraging for you to see that?
Yeah, of course it is. As a manager, you question all the time, have I picked the right team? Have I given them the right strategy and the right tactics? And we've sat there and gone through it, and it's not not our formation, not how we play, it's not the team. We've shown we can do it. It's about committing to it, doing it more often, and to play with that high energy press and get up the pitch really, really high, and then in those moments counter-attack really, really quickly. It takes an awful lot out of players, and that's probably why it dropped in that last 20-25 minutes, because that's the first time for a long time they properly committed to playing like as we want them to, with the energy we want them to, and it might take a couple of weeks for them to get fit enough to do it for 94 minutes, and that's part of the process. So we have to look after them, and really, really happy, really proud of them. And now we have to walk out the dressing room, get the scoreline, and work again, ready for Saturday, another home game against Squiresgate.
Yeah, I mean, going into that game, you're going to be calling on the fans again that we're there again tonight. Is there going to be an approach to that game differently, or will we be seeing much of what we've seen tonight, and hopefully, with new faces coming back into training and changing things up a little bit? Or
we're committing to how we play. We want to develop a style of football for FC Isle of Man that gets people excited, that shows the passion and the energy that we have for our island and our club, and we need to commit to that, and we need to get really, really good at that. And if we can get really, really good at that, then we'll have a very good chance of doing well at this level of football. And then we can maybe start thinking a little bit more around what other teams are doing. Yes, we'll look at Squires Gate, and yes, we'll have a little bit of a plan of how to cope with them, but at this moment in time, to give us the best foundation we can to do well, we've got to commit to what we're doing and believe in what we're doing and get better at that. We saw for 60 minutes one of the best teams in the league struggled. So why wouldn't we keep doing that more and get better at it and help the players to understand that even more? So that's our plan really for the next few days.
Good luck, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers, mate.